Great. So now we're finally connected. Welcome again to another episode of Latino World Travelers, our virtual travel party. This is episode 29 already. Can you believe it? We have been at it for a month. So today we have with us Kathy. She is the Wanderlust chick, and she's going to introduce us to Paris and London, how to spend 1 week in those two cities. So let's welcome Kathy. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. So my name is Katiuska. They call me Kathy. And I go by Wanderlust Chic on Instagram. So basically, behind my photo, so a backstory about my photo, the one that I chose was that we were traveling through London, and then as I look, I see like the red boots. So I'm like, oh my God, when you go to London, you have to take a picture by a red booth. Otherwise, how did you ever really go, right?
That is the iconic picture.
Right, it is. So then when I turn around, I see that they had the London Eye. It had like a perfect view of the London Eye. So then I was like, oh my God, I have to take it here. So then I took the picture there, and then, my sister took it, and I was like, oh, look, it came out perfect. I love it.
It looks really nice. It really does. So when did you go on that trip?
All right, so I went about a year ago. I went actually in April.
How was the weather?
It was for spring break, because I work for the Department of Education. So it was during that break that I did it. So it was around the day after Easter I went.
Okay, very cool. And the weather was good in London? Because most of the time people say it rains.
It was, so it didn't rain in London because I first went to Paris. So in Paris, it was pretty good. It rained once for like maybe 5-15 minutes, and then it stopped, and the sun came out. It was beautiful. For London, it was chilly. That I will say. It was very windy, very chilly. I felt like I should have been a little bit more prepared in London, because I brought a Uniqlo, but I still needed more. But besides that, yeah, it was pretty good. If you suffer from allergies, for Paris, I suggest take your allergy medicine, because the pollen was at an all-time high.
Wow.
Yes, I was sneezing. Luckily, I brought my Claritin, but yeah. So definitely.
It's the beginning of spring, so I can imagine. So what did you do? You said you arrived at Paris.
Yes.
How was the flight? Did you take an overnight flight? How did you get there?
So when I booked through Norwegian, and it was an overnight flight, I would suggest to do that, because I felt that if I take an overnight flight, I can sleep while I'm on the plane, and then when I get there, I'm ready to, go and tackle Paris and go around, and explore. So the flight took about 6 hours and 50 minutes. The airplane was very nice and comfortable. I would suggest Norwegian. I only took a carry-on. My sister took because I went with my sister and my friends. My sister took a check bag, but we all put our stuff. If we had something else missing there, we took it there.
Yes.
But yeah, the carry-on was included, because I ended up booking the low fare price.
Okay. That's good.
So the carry-on was included, but now that I've noticed, they took out the carry-on for low fare.
Oh.
So now it's an additional $24 for the carry-on if you're gonna take the low fare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful, because some airlines have different policies. Like, for example, the basic economy of United is not the same as basic economy of Delta or Alaskan Airlines. And
yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
For Norwegian, I'm assuming, because it's a low fare airline, they would charge you for everything.
Yes, and when I went, they didn't charge for the carry-on. So I think they just changed that now. So now that's something to be aware of. So, but yeah, I took it. The flight, it was big, it was spacious. They gave us snacks. that took like 6 hours and 50 minutes. After I got there, I got to the hotel. And the hotel that I went to was Splendid Etoile. Splendid Etoile is like, so Splendid, and then Etoile.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's, I picked it for one reason alone. It was because it had like a balcony with a view of the Champs-Élysées. It was beautiful. I loved it.
Is that the other picture that you sent me?
Yes. It was from that. I took a couple pictures there. That's just one of them.
And what was the price for that kind of hotel?
For that hotel, all right, so when I first booked it, I think it said $240 a night, but because I booked through Expedia for the hotel. So I kept looking because it said free cancellation until the day of the hotel. So one tip I would suggest is when you do that, to like keep checking every single day because the prices dropped. And I ended up getting it down to like 180 or something from 240.
Yeah. That's a pretty smart trick.
Yeah, so I did that, and yeah, we stood there. I got there. They were really nice. They check you in right away. And let's say the room is not ready, they let you leave your luggage there, and then you can go explore and then come back, and they'll leave it up to your room and stuff. Yes. So it was really nice. So after that, the first thing I did was go to the Eiffel Tower, just to the Trocadero, actually, to like explore, just so, you know, wet my feet a little. And so I got there like at, I want to say like at 12 noon, I got there. And yeah, so I went to the hotel, I did that, and I saw the Trocadero, and it was beautiful because the sun was going to set soon, because the days go by really fast there.
Yes. Now, what is the Trocadero for people who don't know what that is?
So the Trocadero is like a location where you have a view of the Eiffel Tower, and it has like a little, like a fountain, and it just has beautiful views of like pretty much the Eiffel Tower, and then like all surrounding it.
Very cool.
It's beautiful, yeah.
And did you go there by, did you schedule a tour, or did you just take the train? How did you get there?
No, so first I walked, and I started asking people. I wasn't prepared at that point because I just wanted to go see everything. And then I took the bus. That was the only time I took the bus there, because after that I took the train and then did a lot of walking. So I took the bus there, which was fairly easy. I love the train there. It's just, it's clean. And then it's easy to like get around places. It's very, you can understand it even though you don't know French. They have like pictures, and then they color code the trains too. So they tell you what color goes where and stuff like that. And then some of the stuff is also translated in English.
Oh, cool.
So it was good, yeah. So the trains, there's packets that you can buy them individually, which is like, I want to say it's like it was $1.90, which is probably like $2 something for like per ticket. But if you book, there's also a packet where you can buy a pack of 10 of them.
Okay.
And then that's like €13 or something like that. So it ends up being cheaper. And then they also have other packs too. I'm not too sure how much that was, because it goes by zones. So if you buy the pass that goes to all the zones, it costs like, I'm not exactly sure how much it costs because I didn't get that one. But it takes you to the Palace of Versailles, which is farther. It's like away from the city center. And then it might also take you to Disney too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
I didn't even know they had a Disney there. Now I know.
They have a Disney, yes. I didn't get to go, but next time I do want to go there. Yeah.
So what were the places that you went? You went to Trocadero, the Eiffel Tower.
I did the Eiffel Tower, went to the Louvre. I went to the columns. You know, the columns with the black and white. I have the names here. Hold on. So, all right. So I went to the Louvre, the Palace of Versailles. Oh, it's called Les Deluxe Plateau, I think it's called. And then I also took the boat ride, so it took me everywhere. And I also went to, so I walked around all over Paris, and I went to like all the bridges and stuff like that. And I also went to the Champs-Élysées, you know, the whole passageway where all the stores are and stuff like that. So I went there. Yeah, that's pretty much it, because I had 3 days there. After that, after that I went to London. I took the train there.
You made it all worth 3 days. You did a lot. Now, how did you get to the Palace of Versailles? Because I know there are different ways of getting there.
Yes. So they have it's pretty much the same trains, but it's a different ticket. So it costs a little more. I think it was like, I want to say $8 to get there. But it wasn't the same type of train, because that one was like a double-decker train, which was pretty cool.
Like an Amtrak almost.
Kind of, yeah. So it had like the 2 floors, and then I went to the top. So it takes around, I want to say like 30-40 minutes to get there. But it was very comfortable. And once you get there, you walk. Like there's a park. There was a lot of walking. One thing I will say about Paris is you walk a lot.
Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of walking. So I went to Palace of Versailles. That cost me around $19.50, 56 cents US dollars.
Was the line long to get in, even though you didn't have a scheduled tour?
I did. The line wasn't long, because I went it was like kind of right before it was going to close. That's another trick I had, another tip.
Okay.
So there was like no line. It was empty, like pretty much empty. So you can take pictures anywhere and you wouldn't have people surrounding you.
Do they rush you out because it's closing time, or they just cut the amount, like the time that people get in, but you could spend your time?
So they did not rush. No, actually, no, they didn't rush me. The only time they did rush, but it was only for inside the Versailles. Once you get to the parts of the garden, they let you roam that.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was pretty good. They did rush me. That was because I kept walking past the Hall of Mirrors, and I kept asking, every attendant, where's the Hall of Mirrors? Little did I know that I was passing right by it the whole time. It was so funny. But yeah, it was. But they were pretty good. They were fine about it. Yeah. And so let me see. The Eiffel Tower cost $18.
Did you go all the way up?
So I went to the top, but not all the way to the top.
Okay.
Because it was dark, and then because I went at night, so I would probably go earlier just to see everything a little bit better. Even though the night looks beautiful with the lights and stuff, but just to see everything a little better would have been nice in the day.
I remember before, a couple of years ago, they had the whole area uncovered and people could walk through. But now, last time I went, 5 months ago, 6 months, it was all covered. So people couldn't even pass through and take pictures anymore like before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, I was able to take pictures, so I wonder why they did that.
It was blocked, and they had like those, almost like those machines that like you scan your thing and then you go through. They didn't have any of that before.
Oh, really?
Probably for security.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when I went to London, it felt like they were really checking, like for security purposes. Everything was about terrorism, watch out, or stuff like that, which it terrified me a little bit, but yeah, I like that they're more secure, you know.
And the boat ride, where did you take it? How much did it cost? Where does it go?
So the boat ride is called Bateau Parisien. And I paid $16, and it takes you all around like the Seine River. Yeah, so you
experience for you.
I loved it. The weather was perfect. It passes through all the bridges that they have as well. And one tip about that is take the ride before sunset, because they charge you more if you go at like through the night, because you see the lights from the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you take it right before sunset, you still get the cheaper discount. And then once the sun sets, I think it's at 9, then you see like the lights. And then you see the sky and it looks like purplish. It's beautiful.
Oh, and how often do the lights come on?
I think they come out every hour for like I think like 5 or 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. I couldn't stop staring.
Yes.
I think I visit the Eiffel Tower a lot during my 3 days because it's just the first time that I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it looks so fake,
Uh-huh.
because it was purple and like the sky was purplish. It would just look beautiful. It looks
Yes.
like a postcard.
And every place you stand is a completely different view as well.
Yes, yes, it's so true. Yes, and even their buildings, I love the way they're set up. Everything's so, I don't know, it's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so some restaurants that when I went to one called Le Depart Saint Michel, and that one's close to the north. Oh, I actually went to the Notre Dame too, but I went when already the fire broke out.
Mm-hmm.
So I had gone, so I couldn't go inside.
Okay.
But they had let us walk around it and see the outside parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
So while we were walking there, I found that restaurant, and it was okay for the most part. I will say the waiters were a little standoffish,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, and I feel like the food could have been a little bit better.
That's what I always hear about Paris, that the authentic Parisian food doesn't taste too good, so people try other cultures' food, and then those foods are really good. Now, if
Yes.
anyone has tasted really good Parisian food, please tell us so we can
Yes.
know for the future.
Yes, please.
Someone is asking, Radaisi, did you use Uber at any time there?
No, I did not use Uber. Actually, wait. Yes, I did use Uber to leave from the hotel to go to the Gare du Nord to take my train to get to London.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was nice. The driver was nice, but in Paris they drive really crazy. I feel like it's just crazy. It's like in Ecuador, because in Ecuador is the same way. They don't care about the laws. Like when we were driving past the Tempe-Lycée,
Uh-huh.
they have like roads, like lines and roads, where they need to go.
And
And
they
then they
just
were just
went
crisscrossing and everything. And I was like, oh my God.
freaking
But
out.
yeah. Yes.
Someone is asking, what is there to do inside and around the Eiffel Tower?
All right. So inside they have like it's not a restaurant. It's like a mini cafe where you can order food inside of the Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
You can also walk around because there's like in the middle of it, you can walk around and take pictures. On the bottom, like outside of it, it's like a gardenish type. So you can have a picnic there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Once, when I was traveling to South Africa, I had a layover in France for 11 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I got, what is it called? Where you sleep with other people in the same room, a hostel.
A hostel.
I got the hostel at Gare du Nord as well, around there. It was $19, and it was the best that I did because I took a very good nap. And then I went to have lunch by myself in the Eiffel Tower.
Really?
So they have like a 4 or 5-star restaurant over there that you have to make reservations in advance. Oh yes, I do love. I purposely plan for long layovers so I could see a new city or a new country. I love those, and it breaks the trip down instead of like a one long trip. You just take two smaller ones. So, and I had lunch by myself. They treated me amazingly. The manager, he was surprised because most of the people that go there is usually in couples that go to have that experience. So I was there by myself, drinking champagne, having a 10-course meal. And I didn't have to pay to go to the Eiffel Tower. He just told me, "Oh, do you really want to see?" I had already been to Paris many times, but I'm like, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he took me through the back door, and then he left me there. Oh, take all the pictures that
Oh,
you want.
oh,
So I had a
nice.
blast. And then I went, back to the hostel,
Mm-hmm.
took another nap, and then I went to
Uh-huh.
the airport. So I loved it.
What's
I'm
the
like, I always
hostel? I'm
look
always
for those
afraid
little
of those.
experiences. It's
Yes.
about $300 meal though.
Oh,
So plan
wow.
for that. Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, if you get the hostel, that's okay then, you know?
Yes. At least to take a shower and take a nap. It
Yes.
works because most people
Uh-huh.
that stay in hostels, they're not there during the day. They go
Oh.
out. So I had
Mm-hmm.
I had the whole room for myself.
Perfect.
Yes.
So yeah, so oh, and then I also went to Lottery where they have the macaroons.
Mm-hmm.
So I tasted them. They are a little expensive. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like $20 or something for like only like 6 macaroons. But I was like, I'm already there. I have to experience this, you know?
Exactly. It's all part of
Um,
the experience.
exactly. So yeah, I got the hazelnut one, and it was okay. They're okay. I feel like it could have been better.
Yes. Someone is asking, did you
um,
go to catacombs?
oh no, I did not. I did not get a chance to go there. No, but I do want to go there when I go back. I want
And
to
did
go
you
there.
get to see the Statue of Liberty? You know that they have a smaller Statue of Liberty there.
Oh no, I
Yes,
think I did see it. I can't remember.
yes. They were the French were the ones who gifted us the Statue of Liberty. So they
Where was
have a
it
smaller
by?
version.
Is it?
Someone is saying it's walking distance from the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, so then maybe I did see it because I walked to the Eiffel Tower. So
Mm.
maybe I did see it, but I can't
Mhm.
remember to be honest with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do love about France, at least Paris, that the outdoor bathrooms, because even though they're outdoors, they're so
Oh yeah.
clean.
Yes.
And you
I was
don't
surprised
think,
too by their train.
yeah, their trains are really nice too. Yeah.
And I love that they have the glass, you know, the one that opens like that so it prevents people from falling, you know,
Mhm.
when the trains are coming. Like they
Yes.
need that in here. They need that here.
Yes. Someone is asking about the name of the boat. I think you said Bateau Parisien.
Yes, it's called yeah, Bateau Parisian.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm.
And all right. Because
Yeah.
yes, the Statue of Liberty has a sister.
Yes, right?
Definitely. So you
So
were there for 3 days.
yes, I
Visit the
saw all that.
Trocadero, Eiffel Tower, the Louvre. How far did you
Mhm.
go into the Louvre Museum?
So I saw it's big. It's really big. So I know the first stop that I wanted to make was to go to the Mona Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
to see it. And it's really small. I thought it would be bigger, but it was nice. And then there was statues that you walk by statues. It was packed though. It was really packed. That I will say was really packed. So I try not to go so deep inside because there's too many people. And then I only had 3 days, so I wanted to see other stuff as well. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
And did
yeah, I
you
pretty much
have to
just want to
pay or
see her.
did you
Uh-huh.
go during the free days, the free
No,
time?
I did pay. I paid. I paid $16.
Oh, wow.
$16.85. Yeah.
Wow, you have it
Oh,
down to the cents and everything?
oh yeah, because I went back to my credit card. Yeah, I was gonna say one tip I do have is when you do go, try to use if you don't have money, like because you have to exchange the money.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure that I exchange it here.
Mm-hmm.
They say that they pickpocket there a lot, so I try not to take so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And I did take my credit card and make sure you have one that doesn't charge you the exchange fee.
Okay.
And that's the one that's what I did. So you can just use the card for purchases like that, you know, and then keep the cash on hand for an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me see what else. All right. So after I left Paris, I went on. I took the Eurostar,
Okay.
and so I took the Eurostar from Gare du Nord to St. Pancras. I think that's how you say it, in London. A 15-minute ride.
Oh, wow, it's that close. Wow.
Yes, it's really close. It's a type. It's like a bullet train. I guess that's what they call them. The ones that are really fast, like an Amtrak. It was very clean. They let you put your luggage there, so you have checked luggage. They have a compartment where you can put it inside your luggage. Also,
And how much was that train?
Yeah, so I took it one way because my other flight was going from London coming back to the US. So it was like $56 to take the train, which wasn't bad. And it's the ones where you have like the table in the middle, so you're sitting with the people. So there's like four, and then the table in the middle. The chairs were comfortable. I know there's different parts where if you pay more that you can get like a meal, but it's only 2 hours. I was like, there's no point.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it leaves you in St. Pancras Hotel, St. Pancras, and that's where if you're a Harry Potter fanatic, you can go there, and they have like the 9 3/4 platform 9 3/4. So I went there. There's a long line, so you have to wait.
Yes, they also have Harry Potter tours at night. So check them out in London for sure. I took them one time I went, and it was really nice because the tour guys, they really get into the character and like it's really cool.
I love it. I'm a Harry Potter fan. So yeah, I did that, and then my first stop was trying to get something to eat. So I went to Burger King because it was like right there. But then I took a cab. I took an Uber.
Is before you go to the Uber, is Burger King different there than here?
It is. It is. The chicken tastes better.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, the chicken tastes better. Oh, and when I went to Versailles, I was like, because I'm the type of person that I like to try fast food in other countries to see the difference. So I tried Popeyes there.
How is it?
So good, way better. I don't know what it is about the chicken over there.
Well,
really
everything
good.
is organic in Europe.
Probably that's why. Yeah, it did not taste fake. Everything was good. It was just amazing.
Now you're making me want to go there and like try it.
I know, you have to.
Yes.
Oh, and then the croissants were so good too. I love that. Oh, I want to go back just for that.
Just fluffy and warm.
Yes. So let me go back to London. So yeah. So I took the Uber there to the hotel, and I went to the hotel I stood at was the Marlin Waterloo. And that because when I look for places, I try to see places that are close to wherever I want to go, like the spots that I want to go. And that one was pretty close to like, the city part, like next to Big Ben, London Eye, and stuff like that. So I can easily walk.
Yes, and cut like transportation time.
It was exactly, yeah. So it was like a 15-minute walk to like the London Eye or Big Ben, like 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, but if you do go at that time, make sure you have like a heavy jacket, because like I said, it was really cold. Yes. It was really windy and cold. Yeah, it was the total opposite of Paris. Paris was nice and like warm. It was perfect. It was like perfect spring.
And you can believe like 2 hours away by train is drastically different weather.
Yes, so true. The sun was out in Paris, and then in London it was not that it rained, but it was cloudy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was there for 2 days, or about 2.5 days. But my time was cut short because when I got there, it was like already 6 p.m.
Okay.
That same day that I left, so that time already was cut short completely. So I tried to take the London look at the London Eye and go inside, but the tickets were booked. So if you are gonna get
Oh,
tickets from there, try to book them in advance so that you can
okay.
just take advantage of that.
And at what time did you take the train? Are there earlier trains that you could have taken to maximize your time? Okay.
Yes, there are earlier trains, but I wanted to see more of Paris than I did of London when I went to that trip. So I was like, oh,
Mhm.
let me just take the later train so I have more time in Paris. But
Okay.
now that I think back, I'm like, maybe I should have taken it earlier so I had more time in London as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I took it at 4 p.m. and then I got there at 6, like around 6 o'clock. Yeah. And then after that, I went over there to try to see the London Eye, but it was like I said, they already had sold out all the tickets. So I was just walking around and like looking and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and taking pictures. And I went to Pizza Hut there too.
How was it?
It was good. They were very fancy. It's not like here at all.
Sometimes
Um,
fast food restaurants here are like actually seating restaurants there.
yes, it was a sitting restaurant, and it was
Mm-hmm.
it was very nice. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
We also went by this place where they have like a lot of like clubs. I did not go in because I was walking by, and then they also had like shops there too. It was like a mixture, like a lot of pubs
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it was a very
Yes.
lively spot, but it was very cold. So I was trying not to go in there. I should have taken some alcohol. Maybe I would have warmed up a bit.
Yes. What are the drinks that they have there? The
Sorry.
drinks that they have there, did you get to try
Oh,
any?
I did not go. I did not go in.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So after that, I went to, like the following day, I went to Buckingham Palace.
Mm-hmm.
I went on the London Eye. I also went, I saw Big Ben, but like I said, they're under construction, so you couldn't really see like
Mm-hmm.
Big Ben in actuality. And there
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of scaffolding
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to St. James Park. It's like close to Buckingham Palace. It's beautiful. They also had a lot of pollen, so make sure you have your allergy medication.
Mm-hmm. When you went to Buckingham Palace, were you there
Mm-hmm.
for the change of guard or was it the next day?
I was there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I saw them changing. Yeah, it was nice.
Yes.
They move and stuff. I took a recording. I think I have it on my phone. I can probably post it later.
Yes.
But yeah, it was nice. And then they're walking, and then everybody's just quiet, looking at them and stuff. They also had some parts closed off because I think the Queen was there.
Okay.
So yeah, so some parts of the park, like that are right behind where people usually have access, it was closed.
Yes. So for our
Yeah.
followers, if you go to Buckingham Palace, check before time, like Google it,
Yeah.
which days do they do the changing of guard because they do it every other day. So if you
Mhm.
show up in the day that they're not doing it, you're not going to see a lot of action.
Mhm.
Also, when the flag is halfway on the pole, that means the queen is not there. So she's either in the
Mhm.
Buckingham Palace or she's in
Mhm.
the, what's the name of the other palace? I forget the name.
Kensington, right? Is
No.
it Kensington? No.
Mm-mm. It's another name.
Um.
It's like about an
Hmm.
hour away or something. I'll look it up.
Oh wait, I know which one you're talking about. Let me Google it.
I think where the
It's
wedding
killing me.
was, the wedding, Markle wedding.
Yes.
What is that palace? Oh, where the queen lives. Now we're both looking it up. It's Windsor Castle.
Windsor. Yes.
Windsor Castle, yes. So
Yes.
she's
Yes.
either there or at the Buckingham Palace. So I
Yes.
was pretty lucky
So.
when I went because when I went to Buckingham Palace, she was there. And the next day I went to Windsor Castle and she was there too. So
Oh
I'm like,
really?
yes, she came with me. Yes.
She did.
Yes.
So
Did you go to have high tea?
High tea, I did not. No, but that's on my list if I go next time.
Mm-hmm. Or you could buy your own tea and do it at home.
I could, right?
Yes.
Oh, and I also took the boat ride there. I'm trying to remember what the name was. I don't think I have that one. I didn't know. I don't have the name of that one, but it's right next. You can buy the tickets right there with the London Eye ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And that one takes you through all their bridges, and it takes you back. And then there's another one that takes you they make stops. So if you're in the London Eye and you want to stop at another stop, they do that as well.
Mm-hmm. People are asking here, did you see any cute boys? They have heard they're very
there's a lot of them.
there.
There's a lot of cute boys over there.
Any specific areas they should be looking to when they go?
Yeah, by where by the Marlin Waterloo, there was a lot of cute ones.
Waterloo.
I love their accents. Buses where the pubs. Yes, the pubs. Stop by the pubs.
That I know about people, British people. They love to go out. So
yes, they do.
Did you go out? How's the nightlife there?
I did not go fully out. I mean, I was out in the night, but I did not go to the nightlife scene, because I don't really do that sometimes. As you get older, you forget these things. And then it was just by where the pubs are, it's lively there, but once you start walking away from it, it gets very sólido. So then it's I get a little scared. So
were you there by yourself?
I was with my sister and my friend, but still, it was 3 females. I don't know, for some reason, I mean, I feel like if I had a male with me, then I'd be like, oh yeah, let's go here and there. But I get scared sometimes.
I felt like that when I went to Portugal.
But yeah.
I was walking to a street, and I'm like, anyone could come out of anywhere, and what's gonna happen to us? So we just went back.
Right? I know. I did feel safer in Paris, I will say, than in London. I don't know why. I felt safer, even though the pickpocketing can be. Oh, another trick I have for that is when you have a backpack, make sure that the 2 zippers connect and you can put a lock there. And then if they try to open it, it's closed and they can't open it at all. Yeah, that's what I did. Because when we took the train, there was a group of kids who were trying, I guess they were trying to get into my bag.
And you noticed because you saw them trying.
Yeah. Yes. And then they had opened my friend's bag, but we had this system where I had the one with the lock, so I had the important stuff there. So she had the food in her backpack.
Did they take the food still or no?
They did not, but the backpack was open. It was open, they were checking and stuff. Yeah. So it was crazy. Well,
so you strategized.
If you have the important stuff,
clever.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes. And let me see what else. The boat ride, like I said, it takes you all over to all the bridges, and then you can see the Shard, which is one of their buildings with the point. It's one of their buildings that they have there. I also took when I left London, before I went over there, I made sure to book a car service to pick me up, because I was taking a flight early in the morning, at 6 a.m. to go back to New York. So I didn't want to book an Uber because I don't know if it was going to be safe enough, So I booked a car service here in New York before I got there, and it was called Blackberry Cars.
Yes. And
it cost $67 to take me to the airport for me and my sister and my friend and our luggages. So I thought it was a pretty good deal because the airport that I went was in Heathrow. It was actually Gatwick, so it was farther. It was an hour away.
Wow. So
Yeah, so I took that, and it was without traffic, like an hour without traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So it was far. So yeah, I made sure to take one of those cars. It was BlackBerry cars. That's like the name of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And they were good. They were safe. They were polite.
That's great. Thank you for that resource. Very good.
Yeah, and if you,
Did you get to go to the St. Paul's Cathedral where Lady Diana got married?
I did not go. Another place I wanted to go actually was
Huh?
Stonehenge. I want to go there next time because I only had a little bit of
Yes.
time compared like to Paris. I felt like I saw more of Paris than I did of London, but that's definitely on my list
Yes.
next time too.
I mean, the thing also is that in London things are more spread out than
Yes.
in Paris.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you guys have any
And there's
questions?
also walking. Oh yeah. Any questions?
Okay, so keep saying, and then they will come
Oh
up.
no, I was gonna. No, I was gonna say that. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh, the train system there is, to me, it's kind of confusing. It's way more confusing than it is in Paris for some reason. Because they had also guards there. They were very polite. They were trying to help me out, but like I was so confused. I didn't know how to get to places within the train system. I took the bus, but in order to get on the bus, you need a credit card that has, yeah, I guess either their pass, and if you don't have the pass, you can use your credit card, but it has to be the one that has the tap button.
Oh.
You know that tap thing? Yeah, I did not have one of those.
Okay.
But they were lucky enough to let me go in
Okay.
and, and go. Let me
Oh,
go in
that's
for free.
nice.
They were nice enough.
Yes. Also, if you
But yeah,
love
basically it was
everything
that.
about
Yeah.
Shakespeare, they have Shakespeare tours in London as well.
Oh yes.
So if you're into
They do.
literature, that's the perfect place for you. We have
Mm-hmm.
one question here. Let me see. How long of a trip would you recommend to see everything you want in both Paris and London?
I would probably do maybe 7 days.
In total.
And if you make like a good itinerary, I think you'll be able to see everything there. Because usually if you book Stonehenge and then you can see like the Harry Potter, you can see that all in one day. Like, for 8 hours. I know they have tours like that too. So you can do that. That's like 8 hours in one day. And then in the night, you can go see the other stuff too. You can get on the London Eye, So I think like about 7 to 8 days would be fine.
And if you have more days, wow, you did a lot in 5 days.
Yeah, I did 5 days, yeah.
And if you want to maximize your time and you have more time, some people travel, I don't know, from Friday all the way to Sunday, you can add things. For example, I had a whole, I usually visit the daytime activities when I go to Paris. And this time I went, I had 3 days and I did all nightlife. I slept during the day and went out at night. I danced so much. I was getting back to the hotel at 7 in the morning.
Really? Yes. Oh, I gotta try that when I go.
Yes, they have a very big Latino community in Paris. Yeah, a lot of Colombianos, a lot of Peruanos, Ecuadorianos, a couple of Dominicans.
Yeah, I met when I went to Louis Vuitton just to like see, and I bought myself a little bag, you have to. They had a lot of a lot of Latinos there. There was a guy from Peru. He attended me. He was so nice. They were so nice.
I can imagine. Any more questions, guys, that you have about Paris or about London?
Lisandra wants to know if you visited the Stonehenge. I don't know.
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't, but that's on my list. But I know there's tours that you can take that takes you there, and it does like a. And I want to do Stonehenge. I think they only do it for like a 4-hour trip if you do like the morning and stuff like that. So yeah, they have trips like that.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Good. Any other questions? No questions? Well, another suggestion that I'm gonna make is there is a train station close to Gare du Nord, but it's another. It's Gare du something else. I can't remember exactly the name.
Oh, okay.
It's not even 5 minutes away from it, and you could take a train from there and go to the Champagne region and spend the day there and go to wineries and just you could schedule a tour, or you could schedule a tour directly from Paris and they take you there, or you could just get the train and go there, or you could spend a couple of days there too. And this way you could visit where champagne is actually made.
Nice.
Yes. And it's not even that expensive. The train, I think it was like about $40 for euros. And the tours normally are within $100. You could get a tour. Of course, they have the $800 tours and they have the $100 tours. So you decide what kind of tour you want for yourself.
Exactly.
But the food is completely different when you go to that area because it's all natural and all super delicious.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like the natural food tastes better too. It's fresh.
Yes. Is Louis Vuitton cheaper there?
Oh, yes, it is. It is cheaper. And then when you come back, there's the VAT, which is like the taxes that you paid over there, they give it back to you. So you do it through global exchange. And I did that. So the purse here is around, I think it's around 1,500, and I got mine, like when I got back my money and everything, like $1,000 or $900. So it was like a big change. It's like a big difference.
That is huge.
Yeah.
So go to Paris to shop and to eat and to walk around.
Yes.
And buy everything.
And if you're going to use a credit card, that's the one that doesn't charge you the interest.
That is true. Which one do you use that doesn't charge you interest?
The one I used was the Bank of America, the Travel Rewards.
Okay.
That one doesn't have an exchange fee.
Okay, excellent.
So you can use that one.
And make sure you go to the airport with enough time to be able to get your tax money back. Because sometimes there is a line there. So
yes. And make sure you bring your receipts too. Don't throw them away. Keep them.
Yes.
Because they're going to ask for that too.
Yes. Also, they ask to show the merchandise sometimes. Did they ask you?
Yes, sometimes they ask to show the merchandise.
So
if you're going to put it away, have it in your carry-on. Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't put a Louis Vuitton bag. I wouldn't check it in.
Oh, no.
It will not make it home. Someone will take it.
Exactly. And I always hear like these stories where people, they take Air France and then they lose their luggage and it's a like direct flight. Like that scares me. So with Norwegian, luckily they didn't lose the check bag. So that's another plus for Norwegian. But I always hear like horror stories about Air France losing your checked bag. It's scary.
They lose it also when you have to do transfers to another because the airport is so big and sometimes the times that they give you to transfers are so short, like 30 minutes, and you have to go to terminal in La La Land and you can barely make it. Your bag definitely is not gonna make it.
Exactly.
So if you have a layover that is very short, a stopover that is very short, try not to check your bag because it's probably going to stay behind. Yes. Any questions, guys? Any questions, concerns? No?
Oh, and I will say the people in Paris were nice. Because some people say that they're rude. I didn't get that. Besides the guy in the restaurant, the waiter, but everybody else was nice, and so were the people in London. They were very polite. In London, actually, they asked me. They're like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, from New York." And they were like, "Oh, wow," because we always think that people from New York are rude. So then I was like, "Oh, really?" So they think that of us.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Did you speak in Spanish or did you speak in English? Or did it make a difference?
I felt like it did make a difference in Paris. I tried it because I always try to speak in Spanish first, because you never know what they're thinking. But yeah, when I speak in English, in London, I spoke in English first, and then they asked me, And then I told them, they're like, oh no. So then I was also speaking to them, because some people spoke in Spanish too over there.
Okay.
So then I would speak to them there, and they were pretty nice either way in London. But in Paris, I would speak in Spanish first.
Cool, cool. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said that most people were rude to them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In Paris? Oh.
Yeah, what was your experience with people from Paris? Because I've heard some like negative experiences from people from Paris towards Americans.
Really? Well, like I said, I spoke mostly in Spanish, but they were pretty nice to me. And then another thing is sometimes I feel like they probably think that no one wants to learn their language. So if you at least attempt to speak to them in their language first, then they warm up to you a little bit more, I feel.
Yes.
And then, because when I was ordering my croissant, I was like trying to say, oh, like, s'il vous plaît, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I tried, you know, just to say that I care about their language too, you know, because I feel like if I just spoke to them in Spanish or in English, they'll be like, oh, another tourist, you know what I mean? So at least if you take the time, at least to try and say hello, bonjour, and stuff like that. I mean, they were pretty fine besides the waiter. The waiter was standoffish.
Yes.
But besides that, everybody else was fine. There was this guy, the security in lottery. I was trying to do like a boomerang outside of it, and he was like photo bombing me. He was so nice though. He was doing it on purpose, for, like joking, you know.
That's so cool. Someone else mentioned here that they treated them better when they spoke Spanish. And when I went, it was the case as well. Speaking Spanish is the way to go.
Yes, speak Spanish. What is the language that you speak besides English, at least for the beginning?
Yeah, someone said even in Rome, so in Italy it's the same case. The waiter told us to try to speak Spanish better. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. Someone said, I stood by the Moulin, how do you say that? Moulin Rouge?
Moulin Rouge?
Moulin Rouge. Up the block. It's an Argentinian neighborhood. They were very nice. Spanish music all over the street.
Oh, nice.
Going up the hill? Is that what Lisandra is saying? Going up the hill?
Going up the hill?
Like if you were going to the cathedral,
the Sacré Coeur?
I think that's the area she's talking about.
Oh, okay, nice.
You could take nice pictures from up there too, of the whole city.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and then they have this leaning. I wanted to go there. I didn't have enough time though. Next time, there's this mountain. When you take pictures at a certain angle, you can make the building tilt. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, so it's like I forgot what they call it, but it's basically like you're standing and then it looks like the building's tilting.
Interesting.
Like by the mountain. So people take pictures like they're leaning against it or like they're pushing the building. It's very nice. I want to go there.
Very, very nice. Cool. Did you try escargot?
I did not.
Are you adventurous with your food?
I did not.
Or not really?
I'm not. I'm allergic to seafood. So then I've had bad experiences. So I try to play it safe.
Yes. Where is the cat? Which cat? I don't know. Someone say, where is that? Oh, the cathedral you're talking
about? Notre Dame?
No, the other one. Is Sacré-Cœur? Is that what you said?
Oh, the Sacré-Cœur. It's in by Montmartre, I think.
And they have a nice restaurant there. The only thing that I'm gonna warn you guys, when you're looking in France for Michelin star restaurants, they may have the stars, but it's not an accurate representation of that. I went to 2 stars restaurants that were so hard to the restaurants in New York. So don't trust the stars. The food's still not good, even at those restaurants. You really have to go to like 3 Michelin stars or like restaurants that you know are well-renowned chefs if you want to try like the good stuff.
Yeah.
I went in once in Montmartre. 2 Michelin star. I was like, this is 0. Sorry. And I'm the kind
That's
that
a zero.
I try many different dishes to see like, oh, what's good, what's not good, so I can recommend people.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
And don't you just hate that when you're expecting something and then you don't get that, and then it's just like, oh.
Yes. Since then, I have a list of more than 100 restaurants to go because I want to try them all.
Yes.
Were you with a prepared itinerary of the places you wanted to visit already, or did you like on the go kind of thing?
So yeah, I had prepared of where I wanted to visit, and then if I saw something that was close by, then I would try to go there too. But yeah, I had pre-plans of where to go, to see how much everything was gonna be too, because I was trying to, you know, I did not buy them ahead of time because sometimes they were saying it was cheaper in person, and then when by the time that I got it, I was scared because some people, they have to mail you the tickets because they're physical tickets.
Oh.
So I did not want to risk that either, because there was a ticket called Paris Visite or something like that, where they have like access to museums, and then like you can take the cruise and the bus and stuff like that. There's like, it's Paris Visite or something like that, como visite. But those they have to mail to you. So I was scared I was not gonna get that on time, because I had booked my flight like a month before I actually went, like a month and a half before I went. Yeah, because I kept looking, and it was like at the beginning it was like a spur of the moment. You know what? Let's go. Let's try it out. You know. So but then I started like looking for stuff. But by then, you know, I want to make sure that I actually get to go and I get my tickets. So I was like, let me just do it in person. But I already knew what I wanted to do and what I wanted to see before I left there.
Yes. So we have 2 minutes. One of the questions is, do you tip the restaurant staff?
Do I tip them? Yes. But I feel like I will tip them, but I'll tip them more if they were nicer. If they were nice and they were attentive, then yes, I'll tip more. But if not, then I'll just tip whatever the tip is, you know, like the base is.
I thought like all of Europe is not part of the culture to tip, but if you want to do it, you can. They're not going to stop you. I mean, it's money.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, the ones that really go out of their way, and then they're really nice and, you know, attentive, why not?
Yes. Someone also asked, where did you take the pictures with the Lenin buildings?
It's in Montmartre. I can't remember exactly where, because they have arrondissements, but I can check.
Yeah, Montmartre. So just look it up and
yeah,
Google.
like Lenin.
Everything is on Google.
Everything's on Google.
And Lenin buildings.
Beautiful.
Any last minute questions? And I know in Instagram we only have 30 seconds.
It's called the Sinking House. Sinking House in Paris. It's in Montmartre.
Okay, house.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you joining us today and sharing all of this information about Paris and about London. And tomorrow, guys, please join us. We're going to have Vanessa, the coding traveler, and she's going to share with us everything about cruising on the West Indies. I've personally never been to cruise, so I'm looking forward to learning about cruises, right?
Yes.
And also, thank you again, Kathy, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for saying yes to presenting everything about these cities and showing our followers what to do and how to get around these cities that we have all dreamt of going. Like there is not one soul that has not dreamt about going to Paris or going to London. So all of this information is super helpful, so we don't go there blinded like we don't know.
I know.
Right? Do you guys have any questions? Here in Zoom we could stay and talk as much as we want. It's just that Instagram only gives me 1 hour.
I see that you can travel to Brussels from London and Paris too.
I'm sorry?
You can travel to Belgium and the Eurostar too from London
Yes.
and Amsterdam.
That is the beauty of Europe. Like everything is so close by.
It is.
And
I
you
love
could buy
I love traveling the Eurostar.
The
yeah,
Eurostar goes faster too. Gets
you
you there
could buy literally you could buy a flight in like Ryanair. If your team carry on, let me be specific, you could buy it for like $12. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
So I know friends, they just buy the cheapest ticket to any destination in Europe. Then from that destination, they buy the cheapest ticket to any other destination. So they sometimes go up and down, up and down, up and down. And they get to go to many different cities just buying the next cheapest ticket.
Yeah.
So.
What I did, because that's what I kind of did. Well, kind of, because I booked my flight from Paris to London. And then from London, I took the train back to New York. Paris, no, actually, it was cheaper flying back from London to New York than it was from Paris to New York. So that's why I did it that way too.
Okay. Very cool. Clara, Jennifer, do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to ask?
Actually, that's my friend. That's the one that went with me.
Oh, Jennifer? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for being here and supporting us,
Supporting, and my cousin Clara too.
Yes.
That's why they're quiet.
And if we're going to keep doing this, if there is any country that interests you, you can message me and I can find someone who can present about that country. I know we have all the way until the end of April presenting, but if there is a country we didn't get to present and you want to know more about, definitely let us know because, we can try to find someone. What is a country that you want to go that you still haven't?
Who, me?
Anyone.
Oh.
I can start looking.
I want to go to Italy.
Italy?
Now I know to speak Spanish there.
Right, yes.
And I do want to go to Cusco too, to Peru. I'm dying to go there. Yes.
Did you listen to our episode from Peru?
No, I couldn't because I had class, but I'm gonna see the video.
It's in the YouTube. That one was very informative. It was with Latina Chick Travels, and she gave us a lot of details. Yes.
I did see the live though.
The what?
Actually, it's the same thing. It's the live, right? It's the same thing. The live.
Yeah, I put them on the live for 24 hours, and then I upload them in YouTube to make sure like people could get it at any time that they want to. Yes. I took my students to on a trip through London, Paris, Florence, and Rome, and it was one of the best trips ever. We were 24 students and 25 students and 8 adults because we were 33 people in total. It was an amazing trip.
How old were they?
High school. Yeah, I taught high school for 10 years. So I loved it, and I want to continue doing travel for younger kids because you expose them to all of these. I didn't travel until I was my last year of college. So I was almost like 23 when I graduated from college. And I went to Spain for a month. And then from there, I went to Portugal and France. But that was my first traveling experience. I mean, coming from Dominican Republic here at 17, but that's different than like actually traveling for vacation purposes. So, and since then, I cut the travel bug and no one has been able to stop me. So I want to do that for my students.
It's so nice seeing. Yes. Because when they're exposed to other cultures, they see that it's just not whatever they've been seeing their whole life. There's more to it. This world is big,
Absolutely. And one of the trips that I meant for me the most is when I took them to China because my school was in Chinatown in New York City, Pace High School. I'm not sure if you know that school. And they never ate the food around there. Even though they had outside lunch, they never ate the food because they're like, oh, that's Chinese food, and they thought Chinese food was what they eat in Washington Heights. The chicken and wings with fries and pork fried rice. And I told them it's not that, but you're gonna see what it is. So when I took them on that trip, it opened their eyes. They were like, "Whoa!" We went to Xi'an, Shanghai, Beijing, and Hong Kong. 4 completely different cities. Since
wow, yeah.
back, and they will message me, Miss, here I am trying this food that we tried it there, and now I know I like it. And I'm like, yes.
Oh, I love that.
To be open.
Yes.
Even over there, sometimes they will say, "Oh, I don't want to try this. I don't like it." And I told them, "How do you know you don't like it if you've never had it?"
That's true.
Try it, and then you can say, "Oh, I don't like it," and you make an informed decision. I don't like it. So I just love that feeling of giving them ownership for wanting to explore the world and experience other things. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And then and you know what? And that's a good experience because not all kids get to do that. You know what I mean? That might be their only trip they get to do, you know? And it's nice to do that.
Yeah. So looking forward to doing more, keeping inspiring all Latinos and spreading the word. Like once this coronavirus goes away, we can resume our travels. Well, thank you again, Kathy, for being here, and Jennifer, Brian, Clara, Lisandra, Radesi. Have a beautiful day and see you guys soon. Adios.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.